again, I have to try to be quiet because it's early. But anyways, so I was reading in Matthew 8:23, where Jesus calms the storm. And it says, a fierce storm struck the lake when Jesus and his disciples were in a boat, and Jesus was sleeping at the time. And his disciples went and woke him up, shouting, "Lord, save us. We're going to drown." And Jesus responded, "Why are you afraid? You have so little faith." And for me, what I thought about was, this is an example of the whole paradigm of people saying, "Lord, Lord," and the Lord responding, "Away from me, I never knew you." You know, and you go back to Matthew chapter 7, verse 21, where it talks about true disciples. And it says, "Not everyone who calls out to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven." Not everyone. And what I understood is, like, multitudes were following Jesus. Multitudes, thousands of people saw that Lord was the way to address Jesus. They learned that because that's what other people were doing. They're like, "Oh, okay, Lord, Lord, heal me." Okay, you know what I mean? But they don't really have the faith that is demonstrated by only a few people. They know to say Lord, but they don't really understand what it is that they're saying. And it says in Matthew 7:22, "On judgment day, many will say to me, 'Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name and cast out demons in your name and performed many miracles in your name.' But I will reply, 'I never knew you. Get away from me, you who break God's law.'" And so it's just, I was just thinking, like, and this section in this Bible is called True Disciples. In Matthew 8, with the storm, the section is called Jesus Calms the Storm. And it says that he's in the boat with his disciples. And even later on in Matthew, when Jesus is talking, like at the end of Matthew, when Jesus is giving, like, the last appearance we have from Jesus at the end of Matthew, like right before Jesus speaks to them for the last time, in his resurrected body, it says that many of the disciples had unbelief, and so there's just a lot of unbelief. And like we talked about in the video with the man with being healed of his leprosy, it says the man with the leprosy said in Matthew 8, verse 2, "Lord," the man said, "Lord, Lord, if you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean." So that calm, that peace, that faith, that revelation of who Jesus is versus the disciples saying, "Lord, save us. We're going to drown." And Jesus' response is, "Why are you afraid? You have so little faith." And then it says the disciples were amazed. "Who is this man?" they asked. Even the winds and waves obey him." So still, they're the disciples and they're like, who is this guy that even the winds and the waves obey him? 2 points, the winds and the waves. And that is in direct contrasting directly with the leper saying, heal me and cleanse me. So winds and waves, heal me and cleanse me. And you just see how a story of belief and a believer is compared to a story of unbelievers. And one is called a man with a leper, and the others are called disciples. And both of them call Jesus Lord, Lord. But only one of them recognize who Jesus is. And so, many know to call Jesus Lord, Lord, but not many actually believe.